Hey, Andrews here. Today, I'm going to talk about something that's been bothering me for a while now: society's attempt to control our lives by telling us what to believe. Society has been feeding us lies for years, and it's time to expose them. In this video, I'm going to share with you the 9 biggest lies that society wants you to believe and why you should not fall for them. But first, make sure to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any future videos. Okay, let's get started. 1. You need to be perfect. Being perfect is something that a lot of people strive for. It is something that is seen as the best possible outcome, and it is the goal for many people. However, there are a lot of flaws with this way of thinking. The biggest one is that it is impossible to be perfect. There are always going to be things that you mess up on, no matter how hard you try. This is because humans are fallible, and we make mistakes. Trying to be perfect can actually lead to more problems, as it can put a lot of unnecessary pressure on yourself. So, what should you do instead? Focus on being your best self. This means working on your weaknesses and improving yourself as much as possible. It also means accepting yourself for who you are, flaws and all. And finally, it means enjoying the process of becoming better rather than focusing on the end goal. 2. If you work hard enough, you will be successful. This is one of the most dangerous lies that society tells us. It is the belief that if we just work hard enough, we will be successful. And while it is true that working hard can lead to success, it is not guaranteed. There are many factors that contribute to success, and not all of them are under our control. This way of thinking can lead to a lot of frustration and disappointment, as people feel like they are not achieving their goals even though they are working hard. It can also lead to burnout, as people try to push themselves too hard in an attempt to be successful. The truth is that success is not solely based on how hard you work. There are many other factors that play a role, such as talent, luck, and timing. So, don't put all the pressure on yourself to be successful. Work hard, but also accept that there are things beyond your control. 3. You need to go to college to be successful. This is another lie that society tells us. They try to convince us that we need to go to college in order to be successful. But the truth is, there are many successful people who never went to college. Bill Gates, Steve Jobs, and Mark Zuckerberg are all examples of this. Although college can certainly help you in your career, it is not necessary. The reason society tells us this lie is because they want us to keep paying for their colleges and universities. But you don't need to do what they say. You can be successful without going to college. Just follow your dreams and work hard, and you'll get there. 4. You need to get a job to be successful. Society wants you to believe that in order to be successful, you need to have a job. This is not always the case. There are many people who have found success without a job. They have either started their own businesses or become successful through other means. There are many benefits to not having a job. You have more freedom and flexibility to do what you want with your time. You can also make your own hours and work from home if you choose. You also have the opportunity to make more money than you would at a job since you are in control of your own income. There are many ways to be successful without a job. You can start your own business, become a freelancer, or find other ways to make money on the side. There are also many resources available to help you succeed without a job. The internet has made it easier than ever to start your own business and be successful without a job. 5. Money is the root of all evil. Money is the root of all evil. This phrase has been uttered by many people, and it is a widespread belief that holds a lot of truth. But what does it actually mean? To start with, money is not evil in and of itself. It can be used for good or bad, depending on the person holding it. However, when money becomes the main focus or the root of someone's actions, it can definitely lead to evil. For example, if someone is only in it for the money and doesn't care about who they hurt along the way, then they are definitely doing something evil. Or if someone is so obsessed with money that they will do anything to get more of it, even if it means breaking the law, then they, too, are guilty of doing evil. When money becomes the root of someone's problems, it can lead to greed, selfishness, and other negative traits. And these are definitely evils that we don't want in our society. 6. Happiness comes from outside sources. Most people believe that in order to be happy, they need to have a certain level of wealth, a certain level of fame, or a certain level of beauty. But the truth is that happiness does not come from outside sources. It comes from within. You can be happy with very little money. You can be happy with no fame. And you can be happy with no beauty. There are many people who are living proof of this. There are people who are poor and homeless who are still very happy. There are people who are unknown and unheard of who are still very happy. And there are people who are not considered attractive by society's standards but are still very happy. So if happiness does not come from outside sources, where does it come from? It comes from within yourself. It comes from your thoughts and your emotions. When you think positively, you will be happy. When you feel positive emotions such as love, joy, and peace, you will be happy. 7. We're all going to die anyway, so we might as well live recklessly. This is a very harmful belief that can lead to all sorts of problems. It can lead to people engaging in risky behavior, such as drinking and driving or doing drugs. It can also lead to people not taking care of their health, which can then lead to premature death. The belief that we're all going to die anyway is not only harmful, but it's also untrue. We're not all going to die. Some of us will live to be very old. And even if we do die one day, it doesn't mean that we should live our lives recklessly in the meantime. We should all live our lives in a way that we can be proud of. We should live our lives in a way that is healthy and safe. And we should live our lives in a way that will allow us to reach our full potential. 8. Life is unfair. We all know life isn't fair. But what do we do about it? How do we overcome the feeling that everything is stacked against us? One way to deal with the unfairness of life is to accept it. This may sound like a bad thing, but accepting that life isn't fair can help you move on and make the most of what you have. If you spend your time dwelling on the things that are unfair, you'll never get anything done. Another way to overcome the feeling of life being unfair is to change your perspective. Instead of looking at the things that haven't gone your way, focus on the things that have. Be thankful for the good things in your life, even if they are small. When you focus on the good, it will make bad things seem a little bit easier to handle. 9. Biggest lie of them all: you're not good enough. We've all been told at some point in our lives that we're not good enough. Maybe we weren't good enough to make the team, to get the job we wanted, or to be loved by the person we wanted. Whatever it was, that message of not being good enough stuck with us. And it's probably the biggest lie of them all. The truth is, you are good enough. You have everything you need inside of you to be successful and happy. The only thing holding you back is your belief that you're not good enough. So how do you overcome that belief? First, you need to start by acknowledging that the belief exists. Acknowledge that there is a voice inside your head that tells you that you're not good enough. Once you've acknowledged it, you can start to question it. Why does that voice exist? Where did it come from? Is it really true? Once you've started to question the belief, you can start to replace it with a new one. You can start to believe that you are good enough. You can start to believe that you have what it takes to be successful and happy. Replace the negative voice with a positive one. Finally, take action. Start doing things that make you feel successful and happy. Start taking steps towards your goals. When you take action, you'll start to see that you are indeed good enough. Well, thank you for watching this video. I hope it was helpful. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments below. And if you know someone who needs to hear this message, please share this video with them.